When it comes to your website, it is very important to have access to information regarding who is going to your website, how they are finding it, and other things such as how long they are staying for. I'm going to show you how to add two different types of web analytics codes to your website. The first code we will be adding is for Google Analytics. If you are unsure of what Google Analytics is and want to learn more, you can read up more about it on the Analytics website. In the meantime, here is a demonstration on how to add the code to your website. Open up your browser to google.com/analytics. If you do not have a Google account, you will need to click on the Sign Up Now button. Otherwise, click on the Access Analytics button and log in using your Google ID and password. Assuming this is your first time signing up for Google Analytics, you will need to click the Sign Up button located in the bottom left corner of the Analytics page. On the next page, you will need to enter your website URL. You will also need to name the account. This name can be whatever you want it to be, or you can simply leave it as your URL. Select your country and time zone and hit the Continue button. Fill out the remaining information required when signing up. The final stage will ask you what you are tracking, which most of you can leave as a single domain. Finally, you will be told to paste a certain code on your site. Highlight that code and copy it by holding Command and C or by going to Edit and selecting Copy. Head back to your HTML editor. If you have an include file, such as the one we spoke about earlier, go ahead and open that up. If you don't, head to the top of your web page, around where the opening body tag is. In my case, this include called navbar is located near the top of my page by the opening body tag. Here's where we will paste the code we just copied. For those who do use an include, you do not have to paste this code again. As mentioned earlier, the include will place the code on every page of your website that has been linked up with the same include. If you do not use an include, you will need to repeat this process for the remaining pages on your site that you wish to track. Now I'm going to show you a very similar process, but this time we will be adding a Statcounter.com code. The first thing we will do is open up our browser to www.statcounter.com. If you do not have an account with Statcounter, click on the Register button on the top left part of the navigation menu. Fill out all the required information and register your account. After you have registered, log in with your username and password. Once you are logged in, you will need to create a new project in order to get your code. Click on the Add New Project button. In the following form, you will need to enter a title for your website URL, a category for your website, and your time zone. You also have the option of having the Statcounter not count your visits to the site by blocking your IP. If you don't care for this feature, just leave it blank. After you've clicked the Next button, you will then need to click on the Configure and Install Code button. You have a few options for which type of Statcounter you want. It is recommended that you use the invisible Statcounter. That way, you are the only one who knows how many hits your site gets. After you have made your selection, click on the Next button. If your website uses a blogging platform, select the platform in the drop-down menu. Otherwise, leave it as Default Installation Guide. Then press the Next button. Now we are given our Statcounter code. Again, we must highlight this code and copy it. Back in our HTML editor, we must once again paste the code just like we did earlier with Google Analytics. This time, we're going to paste the code in the include file for your footer, or at the bottom of each page, just before the closing body tag. The reason why we paste the Statcounter code at the bottom and the Google code at the top is based on the instructions we are given from each analytical provider. Again, if you do not use an include, you will need to repeat this process for the remaining pages on your site that you wish to track. After you have saved and uploaded, you will then be able to track all of the traffic flowing to your site and will be able to see information such as how a person found your site and how long they stayed on it for. Analytical statistics can help educate you about your users' behavior. Google Analytics and Statcounter are two great tools to use. The analytical codes should be placed in an include file for the footer or at the bottom of each page before the closing body tag.